Welcome back to more Sip2Tally. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today is Tuesday. Not only is it Taco Tuesday, it's time for the more Sip2Tally Power Rankings. So first, we want to start off with our biggest movers and losers. Our biggest mover of the week is the LA Rams. They jump up 7 spots from number 28 to number 21 with their victory this week over the Seattle Seahawks, which was, well, nobody thought they'd win that game, but they did. They pulled it out, and they jump up 7 spots from 28 to 21. Now we have three of big losers for the week, all -4. Let's start off with the Chiefs. The Chiefs go from number 2 to number 6. The Raiders go from number, what's this, 15 to number 19, and the Commanders go from number 21 to 24. All three of those teams lose 4 spots in the power rankings this week. So our biggest winner for the week is the Rams going up plus 7 spots, and our three biggest losers are the Chiefs, Raiders, and Commanders, all moving down 4 spots. So let's start our countdown with our 12 through 9, and then we'll get into our 8 through 1 with our graphics. All right, at number 12, we just mentioned them a minute ago, losing to the Rams, the Seattle Seahawks. They're 6-4 right now. Shouldn't have lost that game, but they did. And to compound it, Gino got hurt. I don't know how long he's out, but if he's out an extended period of time, it's going to be a problem because I felt like they should have won this game and the next game because after that, they're in some dogfights. And if Gino's out for a significant period of time, I just got a feeling that they're going to go down, down, down the more Sip2Tally power rankings because the 49ers look like they're back to being who they are. They've gotten healthy, and they had a chance to take control of that division. They're tied now, and it's just not looking good for the Seahawks. Actually, they're not tied now. San Francisco's back in the lead of that division, and it's not looking good for the Seahawks. Let's go to number 11. Number 11 is the Buffalo Bills. They pulled out a win versus the lowly Jets. Jets quarterback play is horrible. It's a shame to waste such a good defense on an offense that is decent. They just don't have quarterback play, and it's crazy. It's crazy. But the Bills come in at number 11 at 6-5. At number 10, team that slowly climbed their way up, and a surprise team here. I have the Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud, you can hear whispers of his name around the MVP conversation, but they've won the last three. Tank Dell's doing an amazing job. The defense is playing better. Rookie head coach, rookie quarterback, rookie kind of leader of the defense. The sky's the limit for those guys. Maybe not this year, but the future is bright for them. So I got the Texans coming in at number 10. And then number 9, one of the teams that were extremely hot a while ago. They kind of cooled off. The 49ers cooled them off after both teams come off a bye week, which is the Jaguars. And they got it together and had a nice, cushy win this week. And I have them coming in at number 9. So let's kind of get into our top 8 and see who reigns supreme in our more Sip2Tally power rankings for week 11. All right, so coming in at number 8, we have the Miami Dolphins. Miami, they always beat the teams that are 500 or below. And the Raiders, were sitting at 500. They were 5-5, and they beat the Raiders 20-13. And the Raiders look like a different team since they changed leadership. And at one point, this game was kind of in doubt. There was only 6 points scored in the second half, and the Dolphins did that. And the Raiders had a chance to win, but the Dolphins kind of, blew it at the end. So, the Dolphins, they're beating the weaker teams, but they got to find a way to beat the teams over 500. And they got some stiff tests, some stiff competition coming up soon. Let's go to number 7. Cleveland Browns. Now, the Cleveland Browns lost a spot, and I'm going to tell you why. The Cleveland Browns beat the Steelers this week, and I dropped them down because they lost Deshaun Watson. Now, no shades in DTR. I'm a huge DTR fan. But he's not Deshaun Watson. Their defense is top notch. Myles Garrett probably should be in consideration for MVP. Their DBs, they doing their thing. Their defense is top of the line. And they get after it. They get after it. But not having Deshaun Watson is going to be a huge difference because a lot of people are going to play DTR different. And I know they signed Joe Flacco, but depending on what they get from the quarterback position determines whether they go up or down in this ranking and in the season period. and beating the Steelers is going to be a lot hard. That don't say a lot because the Steelers can't score points, and they fired Matt Cannon the other day, so because they can't score points. But I dropped them down because they lost their quarterback, and it has no reflection on their defense because their defense is top of the line, but it's whole team based, and I just don't think they're gonna be able to score enough points to beat people. They're not gonna give up a lot of points, but I don't think they're gonna score enough points to beat people. Let's go to team number 6, Kansas City Chiefs. They lost last night, close game, and was in control most of the game versus the team that was number 1 last week, which was the Philadelphia Eagles. And let's go ahead and say it: the Kansas City Chiefs are a defensive team now. They're not an offensive team anymore. They're a defensive-led team, and Chris Jones and those guys get after it. And Pat Mahomes and them trying to figure it out. But the Chiefs lost to the team that was ranked number 1 on this list last week, and so I dropped them down to number 6, as you should have already known because I've mentioned them as being one of the biggest losers of the week with losing that 4 spot. So you probably figured it out from 2 to -2 was, you do math, simple math, 6. All right. Going to number 5, Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys, beat the Panthers. They should have. They Panthers are the lowly team right now, and Panthers got all kind of crap going on, and they did with good teams too. They beat the bad teams, and so nothing really to harp on about the Cowboys. They handle their business, and right now they're coming in at number 5. Number 4, this team seems to be on their way back. They had that 3-game slide. Their guys are back healthy. Debo's back playing. McCaffrey's back. Kittle's back. The left tackle's back, and they got after it. Ayuk's back. Brock Purdy's playing back at a high level with all his weapons back. I think he had a perfect passer rating. So be on the lookout for the 49ers, man. They're back in business, and they've got regained control of the NFC West with Seattle, having their issues now. So 49ers are back in business and taking control of that division. Number 3, Detroit Lions. An improbable, and they probably should have lost that game, but the fact they found a way to pull it out is a you can't say same old Lions anymore. Same old Lions would have just laid down. The Bears had over 40 minutes of time possession, had a 2-possession lead with about 12 minutes left, and still won the game. So for them to still win that game, that's why I got them coming in at number 3, and they're doing what they need to do to be at the top of the list. And the number 2 team is your Baltimore Ravens. They pulled off a victory Thursday night versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Not much I really want to say. That they're in a great position right now. They're the number 1 seed in the AFC with the Chiefs losing. And they lost Mark Andrews, which is going to hurt. It recently came out that he's going to have surgery, and most likely he's done for the year. So it's going to be huge for likely Kolar, and maybe and I always destroy this kid's name. I know it's not Volacek, but Vokalek to come in and be parts of what Mark Andrews was. But they have the potential to hover in this number 2 spot, maybe even take the number 1 spot at some point, maybe. But they're number 2 at this point because the Eagles just don't lose. Pulled it out last night. Jalen Hurts, they figured it out. What they do every week, they figure it out. It don't look pretty, don't look good at sometimes, don't even look promising at times, but they figure it out. And that's what good teams do. They just find a way to keep winning, and the Eagles figure it out every week. In different forms of fashion, they figure it out. And so the Eagles are the number 1 team on the more Sip2Tally power rankings again. Got a great week of football coming up. 3 games Thursday, 1 game on Black Friday. Then we have our normal slate Sunday, then a game Monday. And so after all that shakes up and whatnot, we'll be back here Tuesday to see what the more Sip2Tally power rankings have for you. So before I get out of here, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to, matter of fact, let me put this up here. Hold on. Before I get out of here, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to all you guys out there, everybody that have been watching this countdown since I started it this summer. I want to say thank you to all you guys for that. Happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays if I don't even come back and say that later on when the Christmas time rolls around. Thank you, and I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and again, don't overindulge too much, and I'll see y'all again throughout the week. Peace and love.